Hey folks, welcome back to Abundant Life Homestead. It's Thursday, January the 9th. Sun is just about to rise. It is a cold 0 degrees out here. I've only been out here a few minutes. My beard and mustache is already starting to feel a little crispy. Normally I wouldn't be out here this early in the morning when it's this cold, but I thought it'd be the perfect opportunity to show you how to properly, and the only way you should, really cold start your Kubota, other small diesel tractor, or any diesel engine really. And to start out, we're going to grab some supplies out of the shipping container. Okay, so first things first, if you went to your garage, your tool shed, or whatever, you grab the starting fluid, put it back on the shelf. You don't want it here, you don't need it here. Now, I know you're going to find a lot of people that say they've always used starting fluid in their diesel engines, never had a problem. You might be one of those people. Okay, I'll let you have that. Let me tell you how this stuff works. It's got an auto ignition temperature about 100 degrees less than the diesel fuel. Depending on your engine compression, that can vary a little bit. Since this goes in with your air, it's going to ignite as soon as it reaches that temperature, unlike in a gasoline engine where it ignites during the spark. A lot of times this is going to cause a pre-ignition. It's going to push down on that piston while every other part of the engine is trying to push up on the piston. Also, you have the problem if this and your diesel both ignite in that cylinder, you can have an overpressure problem. The explosion causes more force than that piston and cylinder or the valves or head gasket were meant to take. In some engines, you're going to cause pitting and cracking real quick in your engine using starting fluid in a diesel. So, put this back on the shelf. What we are going to grab is a heat gun. I've got this one here. If you've watched many of my videos, you've seen me use this old trusty Wagner several times. And I've used it many times to start my tractor in the cold. I tell you what, a couple days ago, at Walmart, I found this for about 11 bucks. It says it's a pencil style heat gun made for shrink tube and stuff. It's a little smaller. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. Fix and find out if it does. I think it'll work, and if it doesn't, we'll come back and grab the Wagner. Back to the tractor, we want to remove our air filter. I've done this before using the heat gun, spraying up in this intake tube. Problem is I got to stand there and hold it, and to start the tractor I got to be over there on the clutch. It works, but it's not very efficient. The whole reason I got this pencil type heat gun is because I think I can put it in this air box, turn it on, and walk away. We're about to find out though. Just a long-winded wing nut that holds your air cleaner in. Pull that out. I'm going to take this heat gun, turn it on, stick it right in there. I think that'll make for a lot more efficient heat transfer too. Well, that's warming up. Let's talk about what's happening here. So with a gasoline engine, what you get is cold air, cold fuel, mixing at the intake, getting compressed by the cylinder and ignited by a spark. Cold air is great for a gasoline engine. Cold fuel is great up to a certain point. It helps create a more dense mixture, but once the gas gets so cold it doesn't mix very well, doesn't ignite very well. That's where your starting fluid comes in, helps that. With a diesel engine, you only have cold air going in at the intake. It gets compressed, superheated, and then cold fuel is sprayed into that mixture. It's that cold fuel sprayed into the hot air that causes your ignition. Colder fuel, the better in your diesel, right up to the point that it gels. Cold air, not so much. It needs to have heat. When your block is cold, your engine's cold, it can't overcome these super cold temperatures very well. Sometimes your glow plugs will help with that, but when it's really, really cold, even your glow plugs can't compensate for that cold air. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to turn the engine over a few times, get some of that warm air started going in. Then I'm going to preheat my glow plugs about 30-45 seconds, and then we're going to try to start it. All right, got some warm air going in there. You know, one of the most common misconceptions I've heard people say about diesel engines is that a glow plug is like a spark plug just for a diesel engine. That is entirely wrong. Your glow plugs, the only thing they're there for is to help heat that air until your engine block warms up enough to preheat the air to get it hot enough during compression. Glow plug has nothing to do with igniting the fuel. And if your glow plugs are igniting your fuel, you've probably got an issue. Let's see if I've held these long enough. Not yet. Hopefully that's getting warm enough in there. I may need to switch to the Wagner. Come on, baby. All right. Another thing I should have done was put my battery on trickle charge last night. When it gets really cold, your battery starts losing cranking amps really quick. So the first couple attempts at starting failed. I'm kind of assuming either my fuel gelled up, a little colder than I thought it was out here, and my battery got too cold. It's not turning over very well. I'm going to heat up the fuel lines here a little bit, fuel pump. Make sure we don't have gelled up fuel in those injectors. Heat up this battery a little bit. One of the great things about bigger vehicles, if you got an Arctic kit installed on a tractor or truck, a lot of times those kits include battery heaters. Basically like a heating pad that wraps around your battery. These things get cold. Even the best batteries, they get cold, too cold. They don't crank very well. Come on. Nope. Battery's more of a problem than the air this morning. Give me a minute. Oh wow, the charger says 2% on the battery. You see that down there? 2%. Means my battery froze last night. All of this was futile until that battery warms up. But we're gonna make it happen one way or another. All right, it's been about an hour and a half. I've been keeping an eye on that charger. Once it hit about 40%, things really started warming up. Went from 40 to 90% in just about 5 minutes. I didn't think it was cold enough out here to freeze the battery, but apparently it is. So now that we got that taken care of, we're going to go back to square one. I'm going to heat my fuel lines up again, because in that first attempt I didn't smell fuel till after I did that. So it seems like we had a battery froze and a fuel froze. I'm going to heat them up, put this back in the air box, and we're going to try again after I plug it in. Man, my hands are cold now. I'm just hitting the fuel pump and the fuel lines here. Warming them up a little bit in case anything gelled back up. Let's try this again. Preheat these glow plugs. Put about half throttle. See if that's good. Getting fuel, come on. Okay, so we failed again. We're going to try this one more time. Frankly, if it doesn't work, I'm going to walk away. I'd expect this behavior out of my Farmall, but not out of my Kubota. Preheat the glow plugs while I'm talking here. So we got our battery warmed up, we got our fuel lines warmed up, we got our heat gun blowing in the air box. Still too cold. I'm going to assume that it's because of cold engine oil. Not a whole lot we can do to overcome that unless we break out the salamander and some plywood panels to direct the heat and heat up the oil pan. But I got one last trick that may overcome that. This is where the decompression knob comes in on your cold start. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the engine over, I'm going to pull the decompression knob, engine start going spinning fast. I'm going to slam the decompression knob in, see if it starts. I may do that 2 or 3 times, see if we actually start. Here we go. Come on. Just trying. There we go. Heck yeah. Well, there you have it, folks. Things didn't exactly go as planned today, but that's all right. When you have extreme weather and old machines, you don't get a textbook run every time. We started out intending to show you a good extreme cold weather cold start. That didn't happen. Turned into what to do when that cold start fails. We get another forecast for Arctic temperatures in the morning. I'll make sure that battery's preheated overnight. We'll see if we can redeem ourselves with a quick one. But that's all I got for now. Until next time, keep on nourishing your dreams, cultivating your passion, embracing the beauty of God's creation. Hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. I'm going to go in and get warm, but we'll see you then.